How's pre-season going? I guess you missed the last one. Nice to be back into it, or?
Yeah, it's nice. I was talking the other day. This is probably my first actual proper pre-season where I haven't had to have surgery, haven't had to sit on the sideline. So yeah, it's nice to be back now and feeling good.
You nearly won the time trial as well. Does that show us how well you're going?
Rory got me just done, but I feel like I'm in a good place. Had a great off season, like I said. No surgery, so I felt really fresh and looking to get back into it.
What do you hope that freshness and pre-season will be able to do for you in 2025?
I think just continuity, the importance of that, and building on my last year. Obviously, took a big step forward in my career last year. So for me to keep building on the park, off the park. So yeah, I think by having a strong off season, that's going to put me in good stead.
Full of new additions to the forward line, and Charlie obviously retiring as well. I mean, how do you feel your role's going to be this year?
Yeah, well, we haven't talked too much about that yet. I think we're still just sort of in the running phase of pre-season, but obviously we've got a lot of different parts there now. We've got Jack, we've got new Jack as well. We've got a couple of Jacks and Joes. We've got Joes, Jacks and Joes. So we've got a lot of different pieces up there, which is nice. So I think as we get into a bit more match play throughout the pre-season, we'll figure out a bit more what that looks like. But I think the strength of our forward group is there's a lot of versatility.
Do you ever want to be the man, so to speak, or do you like playing high up the ground and having a bit of a different role?
I'd be lying if I didn't say I want to be the man, but I like kicking goals. I think it's probably it's something I like doing the most. So if I can keep doing that, I'll be happy.
Is that a marker you can lay down? Is that something you can try to make a realistic thing?
I think so. Yeah, I think keep building on my last year. I think it's something definitely work towards.
So your role change at all with Charlie gone?
Again, we haven't talked too much about the actual ins and outs of the way the forward line will work. I think it's going to obviously be slightly different with no Charlie, and we're pretty mobile up there. So I think the way we might move the ball is going to be very fast.
What do you expect it'll take to get that connection? I mean, you could have sort of three new faces down there.
I think luckily now we've got a great period of time between now and the first game, and we've got everyone out there training, which is handy. So I think each session we have, we're learning each other better, which is great. So,
The fitness that you're in, getting so close to winning the time trial, how will that translate, do you think, on game day? The way that you play, I mean, a lot of forwards, they just sit in the 50 anyway. For you to be so fit, how is that going to be a weapon for you? Yeah,
I like to pride myself on being able to get up and down the ground. So for me as a player, I think by being fit is only going to help to race my opponents up and then to race them on the way back. And that's the way I like to play. I'm pretty mobile, I think. So I think it's going to really help.
Was that your directive, club's directive, to get in this sort of shape?
No, I think I've always sort of been reasonably fit, but like I said, this is probably the first pre-season where I've actually been available day one of pre-season, which is good. So, I feel like I'm in a really good spot now, and I've just got to keep building.
What about in the? Sorry, one more on the fitness. What about in the weights room? Are you stronger?
Feeling stronger. We've got weights testing this over, so we'll see how strong I am. But feeling like I'm in good nick. So I'm really looking forward to it.
How about confidence in your body? We so often see with knees when you come back, like there's a hesitancy to fly and really launch yourself. Do you feel 100% confident, or is there still that little bit there?
No, I'm 100% confident. I think probably I surprised myself last year with that a bit. I feel like my body's in as good a condition as it's ever been, despite obviously having a knee, almost 2 years ago. So, I feel like I'm in a really good space.
And you were kind of like, when you came back, you're like, I don't want any expectations, I had no kind of goals. Do you have expectations now and goals in 2025?
Yeah, obviously it's slightly different circumstances to last year, but I'm trying to approach it with the same mentality, just to go out there and enjoy it, to be consistent, to be a good teammate, and the rest of it sort of take care of itself. And I think, I put myself in a great place right now.
Not super early, but what's been your impressions of Jack Lukosius and the other new guys? How they fitted in on the track? Yeah, they're pretty impressive. I mean, Jack is probably the purest ball striker I've ever seen, kicking wise, which is very impressive. And then both the Joes, the other Jack, they're zippy. The new boys they're really quick. Those chasing around is not fun at pre-season, but it's exciting. That's for sure.
You touched on it a little bit, but is that sort of going to give us an insight into what you think Port forward line might look like in 2025? Lots of smaller, mobile, high pressure type of modern forward line?
Yeah, I think you look at the personnel we've got up there between myself, Toddy, Jack, Jazz, and all those little whippets running around. I think it's going to suit us if we're pretty mobile.
How does it been to see Toddy just keep progressing, actually do more and more? I guess given there was a bit of maybe concern at least externally at the end of last year when he got that concussion.
Yeah, no, Toddy's in a really good place out there, and he just keeps building. So I think post Chris he'll be flying. I think he's flying already at the moment.
Was it awkward in any way having big Ivan back?
Nah, not at all. Nah. It's I mean, it happens every year. There's people come and go. I don't think there's any grudges or anything like that can be held. So, no, we're nice to have him back.
Do you address it, or does he address it, or how does it work?
No, it hasn't been addressed at all. I think that he's slotted back in nicely, which is good.
Pep back as well. How's he?
Yeah, we'll forget about Pep. Yeah, that'll be a really nice person to have back. Obviously, we know what he brings. He's probably one of the most important key roles in our team. So to have him back bashing around out there, it'll be handy. That's for sure.
I had to reflect on the end of last year on the finals. I mean, getting so close again. But yeah, what were the lessons that you took from the final series in general?
Yeah, it's obviously disappointing to fall short. But I think we've got to take a lot of learnings out of last year and know that we're only growing. I think look at our list. In that semi-final, we had one of the youngest lists out there. So the new roles that people are playing, the ability for us to be versatile, and I think that's going to be hold us in good stead for next year.
Still training in the brace. When can you throw that around?
I think that's more my own mental thing. I think it's sort of stuck with it last year, and now I'm just going to keep rolling with it until the docs are telling me every day to take it off. But it's sort of like my goal kicking thing now.
So you don't actually need it medically?
No, I just feel like it's a bit of extra support that can help. So that's it.
The goal kicking you just mentioned before, there were periods last year where we were coming down here, we were asking everyone about goal kicking. Has it changed the way you guys have trained it at the start of pre-season?
No, I think we obviously had a bigger focus on goal kicking last year, and I think it'll run through into this year as well with our goal kicking program with Chad, and we've had our blocks out there already starting. So it's all about just getting some reps in and starting to figure out your routine for this year.
What's Christmas look like?
Christmas, just heading back to Perth, see the family, and head down south for a bit of time, which will be nice.
Down the boats?
We'll see. Might have to. Yeah, definitely.